Welcome to the Title IX Basics Training on Preventing and Addressing Sexual Misconduct in Our Schools. My name is Brenda Mejia, and I'm the Title IX Coordinator for Gadsden Independent School District. Welcome, staff. This training is designed to equip all school staff members with the knowledge and skills necessary to prevent, identify, and appropriately report incidents of sexual misconduct involving students and staff. By the end of this short training, you'll be better prepared to create a safe and supportive environment for all of students and for all staff. Today, we're going to review some information. We're going to talk briefly about what is Title IX. We're going to review our Notice of Non-Discrimination. We're going to talk about what is the definition of sexual harassment, what it means to have actual knowledge, and most importantly, how to report when you suspect sexual harassment or sex-based discrimination is happening on your campus. GISD does not discriminate on the basis of race, color, national origin, sex, disability, or age in its programs and activities, and it provides equal access to the Boy Scouts and other designated youth groups. GISD does not discriminate, and it is all of our responsibility and our work to ensure that our environments are safe and it is free of discrimination. What is Title IX? Title IX is a federal law, and this law prohibits the discrimination on the basis of sex. It is only 37 words, a very short law, but it carries a lot of weight for our campuses, and it ensures that our campuses are accessible to all. No person in the U.S. shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any educational program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. This includes all of our campuses, all of our programs, after-school programs, athletic programs, anything in which our students and staff are involved cannot discriminate on the basis of sex. When we talk about Title IX and federal law, we want to be very clear that we all understand that this includes all persons. This is sex-based discrimination or sexual harassment in all of our persons, in all of our settings. This includes student-to-student misconduct, employee-to-employee, employee-to-student, student-to-employee. All of us are responsible for being able to identify sexual misconduct and report sexual misconduct. We have 3 definitions to sexual harassment. The first is quid pro quo. Quid pro quo is an exchange. It is what for what. The definition is what for what. And when we talk about quid pro quo, it is most often between an adult and a student or a staff member towards another staff member, always understanding that there will be a role of power between the 2 individuals. I'll give you an example. Me as a teacher stating to a student, I will give you an A if you give me a back massage. It is an exchange. Again, a staff member towards a student or a staff member towards another staff member. That is quid pro quo. Our next definition is hostile environment. And a hostile environment can be created when we have 3 elements. It is sex-based conduct that is so severe, pervasive, and objectively offensive that it denies a person equal access to school programs. This is student to student, employee to student, employee to employee, or student to employee. It encompasses all persons. When an individual is not able to come to work because of sex-based discrimination or sexual harassment, or a student no longer wants to come to school because of this sort of sexual misconduct or sexual harassment, at that point, we are denying the person access to the educational program, and that is hostile environment. Our third definition are specific acts. And in this definition, we look at the definition of sexual assault, dating violence, domestic violence, or stalking, and it is the definition under federal law. When we talk about sexual harassment, A situation can meet several of these definitions. It could meet quid pro quo or hostile environment, or it could be a specific act, for example. All of these things are sex-based discrimination on our campuses. And it is very important that we learn the definition to them and also be very aware of our surroundings and our interactions so that we can identify and report. What does it mean to have actual knowledge? When any district employee has notice of sexual harassment or alleged sexual harassment, that employee has what the law calls actual knowledge. All of us are mandated reporters, and it is law that we must report. On our campuses, if you should have knowledge of sexual harassment or an incident that causes you to think that it may be sexual harassment or may be sexual misconduct, you must report to your building principal and also to the Title IX coordinator. All of us are in communication, all building principals and me as a Title IX coordinator or the Human Resources Office. But it is very important that there is no break in that communication. If you suspect or you know of something, even if this information you consider to be a rumor or to be gossip, it is important to report it. It is not the role of staff or students to determine what is or what isn't sexual harassment, but it is mandatory that you report. Again, make sure that you relay all allegations, all witness potential harassment, and all concerns to your building principal and to the Title IX coordinator. If you see something, you must say something. Now, you may be asking, how do I contact the appropriate persons? Well, you should have access to your building principal always, but also know that we do have the contact information for myself. I am the Title IX coordinator. My office is here at the Gadsden Administrative Complex in the Human Resources Department. Also, please know that any report can come in person, via mail, email, or telephone at any time of the day. My number is in the contact information. It is 575-882-6237. And again, when you call and it is after hours, please leave a message. Please also email me immediately when you know of something, report it to the appropriate persons. Now, also, you have completed mandatory training through Vector that includes many of the topics that give full examples, that give an analysis of the different sex-based harassment and sex-based discrimination. You completed the sexual harassment staff-to-staff course, sexual misconduct staff-to-student course, even courses on maintaining boundaries between staff and students. Please make sure that you take those courses with care, that you understand what these different definitions are so that when you observe something, you report it appropriately. Thank you for completing the Title IX Basics Training on preventing and addressing sexual misconduct in our schools. Your dedication to creating a safe and respectful environment is crucial in fostering the well-being and success of all of our students and our staff. By recognizing warning signs and reporting, you play a vital role in preventing and addressing sexual misconduct. Thank you for joining us today.